Hi, welcome back to my channel, and this is Hina again. Today I'm taking you to Queenston Heights, Ontario to discuss an incredible woman who saved Canada from danger. Before we get to that, let's enjoy Canada's autumn foliages. Just a second. I believe Canada is the most colorful in the fall. So I just wanted to share this with you.
In 1860. She was 85 years old when the Prince of Wales awarded her £100, a considerable sum in the 19th century. Laura Secord lived to see Canadian Confederation and died in 1868.
Please let me brief you about this particular area. Queenston Heights is a rural neighborhood situated 5 kilometers north of Niagara Falls in the town of Niagara-on-the-Lake. It was first settled in the 1770s by Loyalist refugees and immigrants from the United States. But soon, this quaint little town get to witness the bloodiest battle in Canadian history. The Battle of Queenston Heights was the first engagement of the War of 1812 between Canada and US. This battle was an American attempt to establish a foothold on the Canadian side of the Niagara River. To make this long story short, the British defeated the American forces, but it caused the loss of one of the greatest commanders, Major General Isaac Brock. To commemorate his great deeds, 56-meter-high Brock Monument was erected atop Queenston Heights. He is considered a true Canadian hero who made Canada of today possible. The Battle of Queenston Heights didn't only cost General Brock. There were so many other British soldiers wounded and killed. One of them was James Secord, the husband of Laura Secord, the hero of today's video. James was a Canadian loyalist who ran a general store in the town, and he joined the British Army at the Battle of Queenston Heights. He got shot and severely wounded at the battlefield. The story goes, Laura had to go pick him up to bring him back home with some other gentleman's help. You might have seen this version of her on your Easter egg chocolate packaging. Yes, we are talking about the same person here. The next year, the Americans invaded again, and for the next 7 months, occupied the west side of Niagara River. James and Laura were forced to billet several American officers in their home. In the evening of June 21st, they overheard the officers discussing a planned attack on British outposts commanded by Lieutenant James Fitzgibbon. They had no time to spare, since James couldn't go anywhere with his injury. It was Laura who had to set out a 32-kilometer walk to warn the British, leaving her husband and 6 kids behind. This commemorative walk is lovingly called Laura Secord legacy trail. She could finally deliver the message on 22nd June 1813 to Lieutenant James Fitzgibbon at Disu House in Thorold, Ontario. As a result, British troops and the Kanawaki Mohawk were able to resist the invasion and defeat the Americans during the Battle of Beaver Dams. James and Laura struggled financially for many years after the war. His wounds were disabling, and he never fully recovered. And he was no longer able to engage in physical labor. He was granted a pension of £18 a year for his wartime service. He claimed for property damages and losses during the war, and finally was compensated £485. He died of a stroke in 1841 at the age of 67, leaving Laura and 6 of his 7 children behind. James' death left Laura destitute since his war pension ended. In the same year when her husband died, Laura moved to Red Brick Cottage on Water Street in Chippewa in the year of November 1841. She and her own 2 daughters who were widowed moved in and shared quarters of the house. For a short time, Laura ran a small school out of the home in an effort to support herself. At the age of 85, she finally got a break. The Prince of Wales, future King of England, Edward VII, was visiting Canada. During his visit, he learned of Laura's contribution and sent an award of £100, equivalent to $11,000 of today. That was the only recognition that she received during a lifetime. Laura died in 1868 at the age of 93. She was interred next to her husband in the Drummond Hill Cemetery, Niagara Falls. That has been the story of one of the strongest women that I ever known, Laura Ingersoll Secord. My initial take on Laura Secord wasn't very different from the image depicted in chocolate packaging. She came to me as a sweet, beautiful, and sophisticated. Some might believe her stories were dramatized and embellished, and she might have contributed much less, she claimed to. But it seems everyone agrees that she walked a lot longer than a mile at the time of emergency. She once was a young girl with a lot to go for, but all through her hardship, she toughened herself up, and I call that true courage. I hope her last years treated her better, and it's really great to know that she enjoyed this view from her windows. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care.